Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, getting ready to do your year-end December 2019 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's much appreciated. I'm going to do a couple of announcements, so if you want to bypass the intro, just look below in the comments. Angel Gang usually timestamps the reading prior to the prayer for you guys, okay? But for those that are returning, thank you so much for all your likes, shares, subscribes. I've got some exciting new developments that I'm really stoked about sharing with you. I don't know why I feel nervous because I think it's, well, I'll tell you why. Well, first and foremost, I have an automated scheduler finally set up for the personal readings. So for those that are new, I don't do my readings pre-recorded. They're all live either via Skype, WhatsApp, or regular phone. And I was literally manually scheduling 60, on average, 60 to 100 personal readings a month. It was like, I had no time. I was just scheduling constantly. So I actually felt a little bit foolish that I haven't implemented the schedule earlier, considering it's been a year of this. Anyway, it's up and it's so easy. I just love seeing the emails pop up and it's pretty much already done. And all I had to do was send you guys the link for the availability. So for those that do book personal readings with me, it'll be a lot easier, more efficient, and you'll have a greater length of availability to pick from. So yeah, that's really exciting. And I am launching a Patreon. It's about to be lit. Yeah, Little Mama's going to be coming on here on Patreon because I don't want to add the content to YouTube. Like, guys, I'm not trying to be a YouTube star. YouTube is attacking me unnecessarily. I'm like, what's going on here? All right, about the age restrictions and all that stuff. And mind you, I don't cater to children, but at the same time, it's like, I don't understand why I have to babysit and like ensure that people are monitoring their children. Like, it's too much. So anyways, I wanted to, when I finally decided that I did want to push out more content and realized I was more adverse to doing it on YouTube, I started looking at other platforms, and Patreon seems to be the most secure and efficient as far as I'm concerned. So I'll be launching that the first week of December, and I'll be offering daily readings and weekly love readings on there. There's also the Oracle membership, which is specifically for my repeating personal reading clients. There is a big price break for you. So if you get the Oracle membership, it's most likely because you've already booked a personal reading with me, or you've been watching me for a long time and want to book a personal reading with me. And that membership does include a live reading every month with the membership. So, you know, if you want that check-in and you want that Oracle support, that membership is there for you, and it's a lot more cost efficient than just booking the session alone. So that's specifically for the repeating clients. But either way, if you want to, you know, join the Patreon platform, connect with me and let me read for you on a daily and weekly basis, definitely check out the Patreon and sign up for that. Now, I do want to make note that the love readings are 18 plus. Doesn't mean we're always talking about sex or I'm always using graphic decks, but I would like to use some decks that I can't use on YouTube because of the age restriction issues. Because like Patreon checked my account, they're like, no, you're fine. Because I actually put it as 18 plus, and a rep called me and was like, I don't think you should. Like your channel's fine. Your thing's fine. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's only YouTube that has the problem. All right. Okay, cool. So anyways, so yeah, you know, just keep in mind, it's not for children. The love readings can have sexual images because of the cards that I'm doing, but either way, guys, just only engage the membership if I've resonated for you for a while. You resonate with me as a person. You've been watching the channel for a long time, or you book personal readings, you know, several times with me, right? You're a reoccurring client. That's who the membership's for. Otherwise, the YouTube, I'm going to keep doing the monthly general readings for you guys. But any extra content or additional content that I do will be on the Patreon. Okay. But I will do a separate live talking about that and answering any questions that you guys have. But yeah, those are the developments, and I'm really excited about that. All right. I'm using a new deck, the the Tarot of Magical Correspondence by Eugene Vininsky. It's my favorite deck. Of course, I know I say this every time I get one of his decks, but this really is. I've been studying it for 3 days. I'm obsessed. Like, there's so much to learn, right? So this deck is a very, very powerful tool, especially with regards to learning anything about the tree of life, the mystical numbers of the Sephora or the Sephora or whatever it's called. You know, there's just tons of information. The planets associated with the cards, the signs. It's amazing. It's amazing. So we're going to use this. And then a bunch of other bits to clarify and whatnot. All right. So I'll put a little bit more frankincense on the burn, guys. You can timestamp the reading now. I apologize for the big intro. But we're going to get right into it. I'm going to actually burn some black frankincense for you guys, which is very, very rare. Okay. You can see that? It's black. It's very, 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 very powerful. Okay. Shades. Yeah, I wanted to move. Like this chair really hurts my back, and I really wanted to move, but I can't afford burning down other areas of my home with the frankincense. Anyways, longest intro of all time. Let's get into prayer, Cappies. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, thank you for connecting me with the collective sign of Capricorn. Please allow me to communicate clearly to them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, the protection. We are nothing without this, and we are nothing without you. So thank you, Father God, and amen. My beautiful Capricorns, year end, ending 2019, stepping into 2020. Year end energies for my Capricorns. All right. Let's see what your overall energy is, guys. For December, the 8 of Wands. All I heard was, let's go. Let's go. Right? How fast are you prepared to go, Capricorn? How far are you prepared to go? That's what I'm hearing. How fast and how far. I pointed to this, not in the headphones. I forgot this was even in my ear. Anyways, how fast and how far are you willing to go, Cappy? To achieve a dream, to see something through, to clear something up, to wrap something up. There is this increase of speed. It's almost like time is ticking. Some of you have 2020 on the brain, and there were certain things that you told yourself you wanted to be wrapped up, completed, done, and started by 2020, and you might have procrastinated it, and now the pressure's on, and you're ready to go, go, go. And ironically enough, Capricorn, you will still, I'm getting the impression that you will still be in line for 2020. It's just that you procrastinated, and it's just, this energy might be overwhelming. It's almost like if any of you have been experiencing any stagnation, it's almost like you became aware of where the stagnation was coming from, and it wasn't at the hand of anybody else. It was you. And then once that awareness washed over you, it's like, let's go. Now, now, now. This is what I'm getting. This could be about communication. So I am getting this like floodgate, meaning this could be backed up information coming out of somebody. So if you have been having pent up anger or pent up passion or pent up love, this is like the vomiting of that. So this in the shadow is somebody cussing the dog piss out of you. And it seems a bit like, what the fuck? Well, it's because this has been brewing up. This is like a floodgate energy. It's like, boom, coming at you. Now, if it's love or passion, so somebody might be being a little bit aggressive with regards to their passion, their love or something, or their interest in you. And it could be because they've been suppressing it. You might not have known that somebody had been interested in you for a while, but the way they're approaching you seems intense. And it's because they've been sitting on those feelings, those emotions, and it's like vomit. I know all that for the 8 of Wands, right? Yeah. This is the mystic number associated with the Sephiroth. You guys can go look it up. There's a PDF online that breaks down all of the numbers. Okay, and angel numbers are not always light and fluffy. Some of them are quite, harsh. But anyways, it really just, this number is associated with the Sephiroth, right? And this is Hod, which is, hold on. Hod is glory, and splendor. That's really good energy. So whatever this is, for good or for bad, whoever is unleashing it is going to feel good about it. Anyways, the first card out, the 10 of Swords. Yeah, some of you are either cussing the dog piss out of somebody, already cussed down somebody, or about to. Like, I'm getting that something is being addressed abruptly. Maybe this betrayal had happened in the past, and Capricorn, you've been sitting on it, not communicating, maybe didn't even pay attention to it, maybe just kind of put it on the back burner. And now it's almost like I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. And it's like, this is an explosive reaction, but I'm also getting a delayed reaction. Half of the reason why there's such an outpour, whether for good or for bad, is because there's been a delay about expressing something, right? And for some of you, it is about expressing disdain for how you've been treated, expressing hurt. Some of this passion could just be like pain, passionately expressing, you know, that crying, sweating, and screaming type of conversation. That could be this. That's intense, right? But yeah, 10 of Swords, it looks like this conversation, this communicative energy is either surrounding a cycle that is already completed, or this is going to initiate the end of a karmic cycle. So this 8 of Wands communication has a lot of weight. Next card out, the Hierophant. Whoa. Some of you have actually been betrayed by a spiritual leader in your community, or have witnessed a spiritual leader in your community engage in some very bad behavior. Could be stealing money, could be leading people astray, could be taking advantage of something. Some of you are questioning a spiritual leader in your community, wondering how they are in a leadership position. A lot of people are challenging these leaders because they're leading from old timelines. So this spiritual leader, whether it's you or in your community, their time is done. Some of you might actually be hearing about some scandal of some pastor or some shit like that. Anyway, next card out is the 4 of Cups. Yeah, now, if this isn't a spiritual leader, this could be a person in your family. Some of you Cappies have actually ignored that there is a person leading your family, your household, or that you might be looking up to, who you might have ignored the fact that there's almost, sorry, it's like, so this Hierophant presents themselves a certain type of way. And it's almost like Capricorn, you took that at face value. You inherited whatever it was this energy presented to you about them. The problem is you ignored the fact that there was a lot of shadow energy surrounding this person, right? That they weren't actually as ethical as the moral compass that they pretend to have out in society. And you might have ignored that, maybe out of a codependency. You know, the Hierophant has a lot of spiritual knowledge, but the Hierophant doesn't necessarily use that knowledge for good, right? Sometimes this Hierophant energy can use that knowledge to oppress and control people, when really the Hierophant is supposed to take this worldly knowledge from the divine to help us be free, right? So I'm getting the impression, Capricorn, you might have actually ignored. Something's coming to light. Something's coming to light about somebody that you thought very highly about, that you might have ignored the signs that told you that they were not actually as morally sound as they pretended to be. And essentially this 8 of Wands energy could be you kind of unloading all of these signs that you saw, or these feelings, or because I'm getting the impression for some of you Capricorns, you held your tongue out of respect for whoever this is. And now that respect's going out the window because they have showed their true colors. the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, something you've probably ignored, like the divine might have tried to show you who this person really was, but you were like, but the divine, like they have this status and they're the Hierophant, they can't be that. And the divine's like, really? Like you feel it, you see it, you hear it, and you're still going to pretend that this person is who they claim? So that's why it's important for us to connect with the divine and uncover the Hierophant and the High Priest in ourselves, right? Because then we can't be Jim Jones or led astray by any of these fake prophets or these fake spiritual leaders. Okay, because I hear it. I know I have people reaching out to me, talking to me about spiritual people, or this guy's so spiritual, but he wants me to do this and this. I'm like, what? Like sexual predators using their spirituality as a way to get pussy. Like you guys have to understand, spirituality is trending like kale, okay, like juicing celery. You have to tap into your genuine, authentic high priest and high priestess to be able to identify these fake leaders, these fake prophets, these people who are leading people off a cliff, essentially. Jim Jones. This is Jim Jones. If you guys don't know who Jim Jones is, he led like 150 people out into some fucking place and like fed them all poison. And he didn't feed them. He convinced them. He manipulated the weakness. That's why it's important to be spiritually sound. Because if not, then people can manipulate you, okay, to believe in shit that you don't. Like these people believed that they had to drink this poison. Like that was a deep... This is like that false prophet type energy. You guys have to be your own high priest, your own high priestesses. You need to have your own Bible and you need to look upon these people. All right? And allow your Hierophant energy to challenge them. Yeah, some of you are going to be challenging because this doesn't have to be a spiritual leader. This could be a father, a grandfather. You know, this Hierophant isn't good. Now, if this Hierophant is good and this Hierophant is you, then this is the status that you have now acquired, the high-level understanding that your spirituality has given you after a very tough karmic cycle. Some of you have learned such tough lessons with regards to love and relationship, you're actually ignoring your desire for commitment and companionship. You're ignoring it. The divine's asking you, are you ready to embark in this new phase of your life? And you're like, fuck it. There is this anger some of you have. It's almost like, don't cut off your nose to spite your face, guys. I know a lot of you are angry and hurt by some of the karmic cycles that you've experienced with regards to love and the people closest to you. But a lot of that experience was to learn, to become knowledgeable, right? Chukma and chess, that's wisdom and mercy, also love, right? Path 16, angel number 136, triumph of eternal intelligence and the secret of physical strength. Next card out, you've got the 6 of coins under the 10 of swords. Then you've got the Fool. And then you've got Justice. So this is a whole different message now, all right? For some of you, this energy is coming towards you. This energy is coming towards you. Somebody might be trying to address this 10 of Wands. So an ending that has already occurred, but it's not just any ending. It was a high level betrayal, right? See, the problem is, though, that I'm getting from this is that I'm not giving excuses for the betrayal that you have had to endure, but there was signs that you ignored. I'm not blaming you for any injustices, but I'm asking you, this is either you ignoring this in the past, so whatever injustices occurred, it's like the divine's trying to show you, why didn't you listen to us? You ignored us when we told you that this was a probability of happening. You ignored us when we told you that this might happen or this could occur or that you deserve better than this. Why didn't you listen? So this could just be a spiritual lesson about how our connection with the divine allows justice to come in because we listen to what the fuck they're telling us to do to bring that in. Some of you, though, are going to ignore somebody's attempt to bring justice into your life. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Let me balance things out. Let's try again. Let's start from scratch. And some of you are going to completely ignore someone's plea to start over. The justice for some of you is keeping this done. For others of you, if this is regarding career, okay, you guys need to stop complaining and running your mouths about the jobs you've been in forever that you can't stand, okay? Because it's like you're ignoring your own desire to move on from a career path. It's like I'm getting the energy, somebody keeps complaining about something and I hear somebody saying, okay, well then do something about it, right? If you don't like this place, then leave. If you don't like this job or career path, then do something different. And then there's this kind of complacency. Somebody is comfortable in the depression. Somebody is comfortable in the stagnation. Somebody is, and when I say comfortable, it's just meaning the lack of desire to change the circumstances. Yeah, I just get the energy. Somebody just keeps complaining about something and not making any changes, efforts to change anything. For some of you, you got burnt by overgiving. And you're looking at it as a betrayal because you gave to somebody. Well, I gave you this and I invested in you like this. And you're looking at it as a betrayal. But with the Six of Coins, this speaks of, this is, what's Teperath again? Beauty. That's beauty. The intelligence of meditating influence and the vision of the harmony of things. There was a lack of harmony here. And you're looking at it as the person who was taking from you, who was the problem, when the fact of the matter is you had to learn not to overgive. This is the card about either being the taker or the giver and the imbalance that occurs when that happens. This is also talking about somebody who gives more money than they actually do. So you need to look at why you give money to people and support them. Is it because you want to look like somebody who can do that? Well, be careful about that because we all know before the Six of Coins is the Five of Coins. So that's one step short of being back where you were, which was broke with nothing, because you're giving to people when you're not actually in a position to do that. Why? Because you want to portray some kind of image about you being financially stable. Well, you do that by building, not giving away. This is also somebody for some of you Capricorns, you've been supporting somebody and financially. And I think you're realizing that whatever it was you thought you were receiving, you're actually not getting anything. There's a severe imbalance with regards to money in a relationship. If this is career, you're coming to year end and the promises that were made to you about you getting an increase in money, you getting a new opportunity or promotion isn't coming to light. Your employer might be ignoring that they ever even said it, which essentially is what's going to trigger you going into 2020, looking for a new job or entertaining new employment opportunities. Like I'm hearing the employer say, well, that was never a guarantee. That was, something we were really trying to do. And it's almost like, whoa, 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 because I've been giving, Capricorn saying, well, I did my end. I've been investing. I was doing what I was told I needed to do in order to increase this, get this opportunity. And now you're being told that the opportunity doesn't even exist yet or won't exist at all. So there is an imbalance with regards to give and take, both in the career side, which will probably prompt you to leave and look for work elsewhere, or even on the relationship side, which might get somebody to explode. All this pent up, all these pent up feelings surrounding overgiving and not getting anything back. And now you're mad and you're looking at it as a betrayal. But you have to learn. This card speaks about learning about equal reciprocity. It's a skill. Okay. And a lot of the time we overgive because we're trying to buy something, buy someone's love, attention, affection, reassurance. We're trying to buy purpose in someone's life. And it doesn't work like that. Okay. When you invest in somebody, it's because like love isn't earned. In my opinion, everyone deserves love. Who the fuck doesn't deserve love? Okay. There's a difference between loving somebody and investing in them, loving them and wanting to be with them. Like you have to know the difference. People say, well, if I don't want to be with that person, I don't need to love them or respect. Like it just, there's this imbalance with regards to giving and taking that in society we're dealing with. But it looks like Capricorn, personally, you're either being the taker and you're not meeting someone halfway. Somebody feels depleted by you and essentially feels betrayed because of how depleted they are by you, meaning they invested something in and you did not invest back. Or this is vice versa. And Capricorn, you're at your wit's end and you are communicating this very aggressively and passionately that you are done with the imbalance. Even if you're not done with a relationship, you're done with the way it's working. I refuse to continue on this path like this. All right. Okay. We're at 26. All right, let's keep going. Next card out, we've got the Hermit under the 6 of Coins. This is in chest and Teperath. This is beauty and mercy. It looks like somebody is begging for mercy. But this is inside. This is what happens in the dark night of the soul. When we get thrown into the pits of ourselves, the dark pits of ourselves, the reason why God brings us down there is because that's where we find him. That's where we seek mercy. That's where we call out for him. That's why he brings us down there. All right, look at this card. So this is the Sephiroth number 210. You've got the rhino here, the lamp. I don't know what flower this is. You've got the stone, which is emerald. Sign of Virgo, corner there, number 9. And then it's got the Egyptian. These cards are fucking fantastic. So exciting. All right. Then you've got the Ace of Coins. I honestly think that the person who has been taking, okay, overtaking, all right, it's not as malicious as you think. It's not as sinister as you think, okay? This is a lack of intellect and understanding and faith, okay, that somebody is struggling with. But it looks like somebody is begging for another chance. Begging for another opportunity. This could be you begging the divine, you begging somebody, or somebody begging you. This could be exterior, interior energies, but this is begging for another chance. This is praying for that manifestation to come down into Malkut, which is earth. You know, pull it down from Kether, which is where this card is. Kether is the crown, and pulling it all the way down to Malkut, which is our kingdom. Praying to God that he bring down this new opportunity. For some of you, it is career, you know. But for some of you, it is commitment and love. And the person, somebody's deciding not to commit to something because of an imbalance. And then there's somebody who is begging them not to. Someone is begging somebody not to leave here. And the problem is the person who is begging somebody not to leave, like the person who's being begged not to leave has already decided they're no longer going to commit to the situation anymore. And that they're praying for a new manifestation. Don't beg for nothing. Nothing. And if somebody's begging you, you need to have compassion and understanding, but you need to look at what they're begging for. Because we talk a lot about codependency, but we're going into a timeline where we're going to be talking about the independence associated with coexisting with people. That's where we're going. We're not going to talk about codependency anymore. We're going to talk about coexisting independently with people. That takes a high level of intellect and understanding to do that. 10 of Cups. Someone's moving on. Capricorn, some of you are moving on away from somebody that you looked at. Maybe this is, if this is a relationship, this might have been you ignoring that this person actually wasn't the reflection of love, sex, and relationships that you were hoping for, but you still committed to them or invested in them. And the realization is essentially that they aren't who you made them to be. Forget who they made themselves to be. They are not who you made them to be. So essentially now what you're doing is creating justice for yourself by starting from scratch and manifesting something new. A reflection of truly who you are. Someone's being left behind out of the pursuit for equal reciprocity. There is a severe imbalance that was never able to be balanced out in this relationship. So essentially it's ending. And if it is with regards to career, it's almost worse because this Hierophant played you. This institution played you, right? But you also played yourself, okay? Because with regards to career, guys, if you are making agreements with employers, it needs to be in writing, okay? If you are doing these reviews, okay, and you have KPIs and you have all these things that you're adhering to, you need to have in writing part of that performance review what you discussed about your successioning. If you talk about successioning with an employer, you need to have that on paper so that when you do what you do to succession, you're offered the opportunities that you were promised. All right? Some of you are competing for jobs that you've already done and are going to be, some of you are going to be told that you're going to have to compete with somebody that for a job you've already been doing. I hate when employers do that shit. Anyways, I think some of you will compete, but you're so turned off by the fact that you've already proven yourself and you're still being made to prove yourself, and there's a chance that they could actually pick somebody else over you, is just going to get you to manifest. Some of you are going to spend the Christmas holiday looking for work. So by the beginning of January, regardless of what's happening at your current employer, you're going to have a new opportunity and you're going to abandon all this shit. This is making any sense. I'm getting used to this deck. There is so much information. So the way my brain works, I have to be mindful that I'm not pulling too much information because then it will start to sound like gibberish. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go into clarification here. I'm going to use the Lenormand by Eugene Vinitsky just to see how some of this might play out. Yeah, slow ending. Some of you have been ignoring the fact that you have been on a slow descent in a relationship or with regards to an opportunity, like a job that you're already in. There's a relationship, whether business, personal, or romantic, that has been on the slow decline. I saw the Coffin, which talks about slow endings, right? The aging, the natural aging process of something, right? Which eventually comes to an end. Some of you have ignored that this ending was a long time ago and there was something you were holding on to you. For some of you, you might have just felt guilty, feeling like I need to support this person. Some of you might have realized that, okay, there's an imbalance here, but you kept the imbalance going out of some kind of manipulation this person put upon you with regards to their abilities or lack thereof. They needed you. I need you. And that felt good. But then I think some of you Capricorns realized what you needed and realized it wasn't being given to you. So now what you were giving, the needs you were fulfilling, were becoming a burden. Wow. All right, Father God, can you please clarify this here? Luxury. Oh. Wow. Yeah, so with this card here, some of you are totally getting played in the workplace. Some of you are totally underpaid because in this card here, this woman takes her lace and goes overseas and sells it for 4 times the amount. Does she even know? She's just a simple lace maker who puts her head down and does her business, but people capitalize off of her, maybe more than she capitalizes off of her own gifts, abilities, and skills. So this is a need for you to really look at how people utilize you and see if other people benefit from you more than you benefit from you, even monetarily. All right. 2 4s. The 4 of Cups came out twice. This might be ignoring that you are being used. Some of you might be ignoring the fact that you're being used and are telling yourself you're needed by somebody. You're being used by somebody. And you've been ignoring that for some time. For some of you, this is somebody you think is a friend. This is somebody you think really supports you and has your back. I love your lace. I love what you do. You're so fantastic. Meanwhile, they appropriate you, they take from you, and they go maximize the profits off of you. This person is using this person. This humble person is being used by her. And this is being ignored. So maybe this lace maker already knows that this bitch, uses her and takes her lace and goes to France, from Italy to France, and goes and sells her shit. Some of you were ignoring the signs. Anyways, then you've got the card of luxury, number 41, which is also the 4 of Wands. Okay, so what I see is this fell on the Justice card. So the divine is trying to get you to seek justice for yourself, wanting you to live a life of luxury off of your own sweat and back. Not everybody else living a life of luxury at your expense. So for a lot of you Capricorns, you're the ones overgiving and people are living a life of luxury at your expense. And it's an injustice, and it's an injustice caused by you. I know it's a bit harsh, but anyway. And then the city. Some of you are going to detach from a codependent situation by moving. Some of you are actually going to take advantage of an opportunity abroad because this is the city. And like in a city, there's a world of opportunity. So this could be entering into an organization that has a lot more opportunity and puts you down a new path than where you're at now. So it's divinely guided. You're thinking, I'm excited to move. This was always meant, I was always meant to leave and embark in new opportunities. Some of you are actually moving to a new city to get better opportunities with regards to career work. Some of you are moving cities because the cost of living is less. The cost to buy a home is less. Maybe the quality of living is good. Maybe some of you have jobs that are mobile. So you're actually looking at where I could live, and this becoming the quality of life being the biggest deal. So like being part of a society and a community and a culture that is a true reflection of who you are. And that is a luxury because your business seems to be able to move for some of you. Some of you do a trade, or some of you work within a company where you can transfer to different cities and locations. Some of you are actually going to transfer to a different city, but part of with the same company, or going to request it because you know that this will help. This is the easiest way to break out of these codependent relationships if you flee. Essentially, some of my Capricorns are looking to flee and then drop and maybe even abandon whatever is codependently sucking you dry. So I am seeing a relocation, a moving towards a new path that just offers more opportunity, you know, maybe even with regards to love. Some of you are struggling with meeting new people, romantic interests. It's because your circle's too small. You're not exposing, or you're not accessible to different groups of people. Like you're limiting your social circle. So that limits the dating pool. Right? So this is seeking greater opportunity than what your environment is currently offering. All right? Which I love. Okay. And then we're going to quickly pull a few romance, and then I'm going to pull an oracle to wrap, my beautiful Capricorns. Let me know what you guys think about these new cards, what you think about this reading too. I feel like it was all over the place, but what's new, you know? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think that's for those that are already relocated. Some of you already moved to a new place, have no friends, are feeling maybe a bit introverted and shy, asking God for support regarding the new opportunity you already took. Some of you already took this and you're just maybe, some of you moved for work and are feeling a bit lonely. You know, some of you had to move and relocate for work and it ended a relationship and you're going through the mourning process of that. You know, maybe you're trying to manifest a new romantic relationship. Some of you are feeling lonely. Some of you are actually praying for this opportunity abroad. Some of you have already applied for something abroad and are praying for that you are granted this opportunity to move, relocate, and a job opportunity will allow you to do that, right? Some of you are praying, for some of you that are in long distance relationships, it looks like there's a masculine praying that you're going to decide to move with them somewhere. Okay, come with me. I'm taking opportunities here. Come with me. And then it looks like you might with the 10 of Cups. Okay. Either way, this 10 of Cups is associated with this 8 of Coins. This could be commitment with the Hierophant. This could be finally deciding to commit to bringing a family together, back together. This could be committing to buying a home because you're starting a family, which is really, really beautiful as well. Yeah. Yeah. Forgiving and learning. Listen, for a small group of you, you are, with regards to career, this forgiving and learning is you needing to forgive yourself, okay, for being naive with regards to employment contracts, conversation with management, standing your ground with regards to your own successioning and what's in your best interest. Like I was a recruiter and I always suggest to my candidates, especially of a certain like bracket, to always counter a contract, even if it's to ask for an extra vacation day. It shows, one, that you have a skill, two, that you're very independent and you're savvy with regards to what's in your best interest, and three, that you can't be finessed. You show from the beginning, if they hand you this employment contract, that they know that you're going to make sure that whatever you receive is in your best interest and that you ensure that they back up what they promise. It's setting the precedent and creating boundaries with regards to employment and employers off of the hop like you do in relationships. Don't get caught burnt at the end. Create boundaries at the beginning. And when your employer adheres to them or the people in your life love them, you even still, there's this sense of fulfillment and happiness that just comes from that. Not being rejected, being met halfway, being respected for the way you stand up for yourself and your moral grounds encompass that you back up. There's a leadership that comes that you can display even if you're not in a leadership position. Forgiving and learning. Some of you who have been overgiving, this person who has been taking wants you to forgive, okay? They want you to believe they've been learning and that they're ready to do something different. Please forgive me. Look, and this person is compassionate. This masculine is compassionate, but it looks like, I don't know. Whether that's whoever this is, it looks like they're about to be released regardless. Heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, some of you, this goes back to this energy that was at the bottom of your deck, this 8 of Wands energy. Some of you are going to explode. You're going to express yourself aggressively. There's been pent-up emotions, passion that is going to be expressed and brought out very abruptly, I'm feeling. It's almost like somebody who sits there, like, I'm kind of like that. I'll sit there real quiet and then I'll just boom, like, I'm trying to balance that out a little bit. But anyways, it looks like something finally came to the surface, long overdue, and it's now prompting this forgiving, this learning, these heart-to-heart conversations, what comes of them. It's either you're happy embarking in the ability to go off on your own and manifest something new, or this forgiving and learning actually brings union with these two people and they're embarking in their new beginning together. Forgiving and learning, what you do with the forgiving and what you've learned, well, you guys will decide, but it looks like there's some heavy conversations that you're leaving 2019 having. It's almost like if there's been certain pent-up feelings and thoughts and things you wanted to express, some of you are saying, I'm not going into 2020 with not saying this shit, not having this discussion, not speaking my fucking truth. But I need you to be very mindful about how intense this comes out, because the more intense this is, the longer you suppressed it, and that was your problem. Why suppress this? Why did you not feel comfortable enough about communicating yourself as this was building up, as this was boiling inside of you, right? Instead of keeping the lid slammed shut and waiting for it to explode, why didn't you crack it open a little bit and let some of the steam come out, so that this communication was less intense? And not only that, the oppression of this, the reason why this is so aggressive is because it's like you're associating it with justice, because you knew it was an injustice, not communicating your truth. All right, and then we're going to wrap with the Sufi wisdom. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit. Just one card. The 10 of Wands, this is being dropped. Balanced life. Auntie, seeking your well-being, the balanced life. Some of you are realizing you are in an imbalanced situation with either career, a family network, so you're paying for things, you're some kind of primary financial provider, or you're overtaking, meaning you're codependent over parents and you're a grown-ass man or woman, okay? This is also... sorry, I'm just going to read that. Coming out of codependency, it's love seeks your well-being. Some of you are being supported by Auntie here, okay? To stop over-giving out of a way of proving yourself for some reason, or having value. It's like you feel like that's the only way you can have value in somebody's life, and Auntie here in the divine is trying to tell you that's not true. Anyways, balanced life. Love seeks your well-being. Today, like many other days, we wake up empty and startled. Let the beauty we love be what we do. Rumi. Life is too valuable to waste. The way to spend it well is to have a balanced life. This means having mind, body, heart, and spirit all working together in harmony. When there is no conflict, no competition between these elements, the system works together and you achieve an inner peace. Life becomes imbalanced when we focus too much to any one aspect and neglect the others. Rumi is a loving oracle reminding you to see the beauty around you so that love becomes a presence that affects everything you do. If you feel you are losing enthusiasm, it means you have fallen out of balance. It might be that you are feeling overwhelmed because you are under pressure of some kind or dealing with a physical hardship which is causing stress and keeping your systems from working together. Let love guide you towards what is best for you. When you allow the spirit of love to guide you, all the organs of your body will be in harmony with each other. This oracle brings the message that your heart is big enough to receive the joy that is laying in wait for you. Allow your knowledge, awareness, and openness to allow your mind, body, and heart and spirit to work together. Begin by giving your mind confidence by strengthening your belief system. When your mind has clarity, it can guide you. You will be able to expand your memory and improve your vision, and it will help you achieve your practical goals. Spending quality time with friends, getting out in nature, taking a quiet walk, reducing your weight, or improving your sleep patterns are examples of what can be done to achieve balanced life. All right, guys, I've got to wrap this. Please let me know your genuine thoughts. Capricorn readings are always so like, you guys are my opposite sign, but I love you guys. And for those that fucks with me, I appreciate you guys. But let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Patreon link below for those that really fuck with the kid and want some daily readings and general readings and love weekly readings. But till the next time I see you, which will be live, but if you only tune into the monthlies, it'll be in 2020. Have an amazing holiday. Happy New Year. Until the next time I see you. Ciao.